It was just so hard to comprehend, I think.
That she's going.
Right. So I'm just like, and then I'm like, okay, I'm on my way. I don't even think
nobody
I
was getting
crazy
it. No,
then. Like,
nobody was getting it.
But it was just like within a couple minutes. I think after I hung up with her, or maybe because she was on the phone, I didn't react. I don't know, but it took me a couple minutes, and then I was done. It was Jody. I called Jody and told her, and she instantly started crying. I called Holly and told her, and it's so funny. For her to have been through so much loss, which has nothing to do with anything, she's a really strong person because when I called her, she might have been crying to herself, but she never hung up the phone. Even when I was clicking over to talk to Jody, when Jody was calling me back, she never hung up because she was scared I was going to be in a car accident. Because by now I'm screaming, I'm hollering, I'm like hyperventilating, and I'm in 76 traffic at 6 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, traffic is like this. Girl, I done got out, I done rolled some of the shoulder. Because in my mind, I don't know why, but in my mind, even though you said to me on the phone, she's gone, I still felt like I could get there.
I was still trying to make it back there.
So I don't know why. Now that I think about it, I don't know what made me think that if I got there any faster, that it was going to change the outcome. But I still felt like I had a chance. I don't know. That's weird. Now that I think about it,
it's just like
I still felt like I was like saving, like that I could. I don't know what I thought I was about to do. I don't know, to be honest, but I felt like I needed to get there as soon as possible to see her. And Holly was on the phone the whole time, like, calm down. I know it's okay. It's okay. Just be careful. Calm down. Where are you at now? Because she kept saying, I don't want you to crash. I don't want you to crash because I couldn't even see. I was the tears. I couldn't breathe. It was a bit much. When I pulled up to the hospital, I pulled up to the emergency room. I didn't pull it even to a space. I literally pulled up to the door. I don't even know how my car was. Keys in the car. All I got out was myself. I put the car in park and I jumped out and ran into the emergency room. It was two ladies standing behind the desk, and I was crying. I was still crying, mind you. And the emergency room was packed with people. So the people was all looking at me like, what the hell is going on with her? And I'm like, I need to see my mom. I need to see my mom. And the lady was like, well, what's your mom's name? And when I said her name, she grabbed me. She was like holding my arm. She's like, okay, we're going to let you see your mom. We're going to let you see your mom. I'm like, no, I need to see my mom now. And the lady was like, I know. And she just kept saying she knows. She didn't say like, she knew. You know, obviously she knew. They must have told them up there, like, it's probably going to be people coming. And she just was grabbing my arms and she was just like, I know. And I was like, please let me see my mom. And I was, child, this is a bit much. Like, not fell out, but I like fell down. And I was holding on to her pants leg. And everybody in the thing, child, the people was looking like, okay, now they crying. Because everybody, the lady was like tearing. I'm like on the ground, holding on to her pants leg. I'm like, please let me see my mom. Please. I need to see my mom right now. Please just take me to my mom. Please. And the lady was like, I promise I'm going to take you to see your mom. Just give me a minute. I'm going to take you. I know you want to see her. I'm like, I need to see her now. Please take me to my mom. So somebody finally comes out and I go through the emergency room door now. But they don't let you go anywhere. Like Ashley said, soon as you come in the emergency room, it's a
put you in the room right there.
When I walked in the room, she was in the room. Jody was in the room. And Deron was in the room. Mm-hmm. And I think I was on the floor. I think I wound up just bawling on the floor. I feel like they kept us in their room forever.
We were there forever.
They said they were trying to clean anything off of her just to, make it as nice as possible when we went back there to see any blood or anything that was on her like that. But it felt like we was in their room forever. And I remember once I tried to get myself together a little bit, I was calling, trying to find my brother.
I ain't gonna lie, I was addicted. After that first night, I was addicted to PMs for like months. Yeah.
I didn't feel like I was addicted to PMs, but Kieran thought I was. He said, that's it.
I think it's you really can get addicted. I cannot sleep without a PM for months.
That's how I went for a whole binge on PMs and any pills I had for my back and anything.
It was to the point Kieran said to me, you're not taking any more PMs. We're going to find another way for you to sleep.
Yeah, my dad said that too. Yeah. He started putting me on melatonin, but it didn't work for me. Yeah. So I kind of was sneaking the PMs until I finally got it together.
So, where do you guys feel like you are today?
You started off, so you might as well start off.
Or unless you want me to go?
It's going to take me a while to get my shit together.
So, today. Today, I don't like the fact that people say, well, I'm not gonna say I don't like it. I don't agree with the fact that people say, oh, it'll get easier.
It does.
I don't agree with that. And maybe it's only because it's only 2 years.
Not survive without the sun is how I feel.
Right, but I don't agree that it gets better, that it gets easier.
You learn to deal.
I agree. My take on it is I'm not in pain so many days as I was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I woke up in pain every day. Every day. For probably a year. And probably a year I woke up in pain every day. It was the first thought when I opened my eyes in the morning that my mom wasn't here. Every day. These days, even if it's my first thought, it's not always a painful feeling. So I think that's where I am. It doesn't get easier because when I am in those moments, my emotion or pain still feels the same as if it was the day that I had to leave her.
No, right, cool. I thought I was crazy.
No, that's what I'm saying. Cool. That's why I don't believe.
Not cool, but you know.
That's why I don't believe the saying it gets easier. Because if it got easier, I feel like my pain would lessen. That's what I want, my pain to lessen. That doesn't happen for me. If I'm in a bad place, my pain feels like the day that I had to walk out the hospital and leave her to bed. Sunday was Mother's Day. Today is May 16th. It's actually her mother's birthday.
Oh, you forgot this.
Right.
It's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Right. Today is actually her birthday. What was 4 days ago? 3 days ago. No, 4. 4 days ago was Mother's Day. That day, I was not who I am today. That day was a day that I was in pain and I felt like I literally walked out the hospital. I laid in fetal position all day in the dark, bawling every time one came, like contractions.
That's true.
I might be quiet for a half hour. I might have closed my eyes for a half hour and just laid there. And then I would just bust out in loud cry that I couldn't control.
We was down here and so she was crying, quiet. After like 15 minutes, crying back.
That's what I'm saying. So it doesn't get easier. The pain doesn't lessen. I have less days that I just can't get up. You know, I have less days of that. I still think about her every day. So I don't like the saying it gets easier. I think that's bullshit.
I don't know. I feel like I'm less angry. I'm not going to say that I'm all the way back to I don't know. I feel like my personality is a little bit different anyway. Like, we do have, well, again, with the Moore genes, you guys should also know, we're very anti-everything. So,
Yeah, we're anti-people.
yeah, but I'm the lesser of the antis, though. I'm a little more friendly. I'm not that friendly. Don't get it twisted. So I will just say that, you ever heard that saying, you have to learn to accept an apology you're never going to get?
Right.
Well, I'm going to just act like God forgot to apologize to me for this one.
Right.
So I don't know. I feel like my thoughts now, it makes me feel better, I guess, knowing that, yeah, she's always definitely in my corner, but it's just, once you get past your head that you're not going to see this person again, try not to cry this time. But that's what still makes it hard for me, which is kind of, I feel like I have good days and I have bad days. Like, there's some days I wake up and nothing's wrong. It's just, it is what it is. I snap on him for no fucking reason.
I think I have those days where I'm not crying, but I'm not happy.
Yeah, so
and then I don't even know why.
Yeah, and it all goes back to that. And I feel like I'm already like an emotional person anyway, and add some daddy issues on top of mommy issues, you know?
Right.
So I'll say now, I'm learning to accept life as it is. And I cry a little bit less now. But I feel like my cut's not going to go away because I don't even have pictures. Like, everything I have is from fucking 25 and up. I don't have, like, baby pictures. So that's, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I don't be liking y'all shit, I get, like, I have that jealousy streak in me. Like,
but I wouldn't call it a jealousy streak.
oh no, it's a jealousy streak because
It's
sometimes I
not-
want to Photoshop my face.
No,
in
I'm
yours.
saying I don't think.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
I
not-
wouldn't.
yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't look
different.
at it like, oh, my sister just.
No,
Right.
it's just,
you
it
know what I
hurts.
mean?
It hurts. Like,
I wouldn't. I would
I
think.
don't expect you to be
Be
all
different.
right.
I wouldn't expect any less from you.
that's the part where I feel like I feel like there's very few things that I can be relatable to each other.
Right.
And that's one of those things where I can't. We don't
Right.
have the same stories. I can't relate to that, and it's a lot. It's funny because coming into this shit, when everything happened and she passed, whatever, I didn't know how to deal with, let alone how I was feeling, but I'm just learning your personality when you happy. I'm just learning you when you happy and chilling. Like us, all three of us living together, I got to see a different side of you guys versus when it's me coming around every day. You know what I mean? So it was so hard for me to learn everybody's personality and learn like what makes people tick. And then talk on this emotional shit because I don't know if this is really you or if it's just a pain talker. And I feel like with me and her, we get super, super close. And then something will happen to me or something will happen to her. And we're not speaking. It's not even because I did something to her. It's just.
But I'm like that with everybody.
Yeah.
It's not a personal thing.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
Right. If I'm not good with emotion, period. I like to be strong and I just. No, really. Good night. Not I like to be strong, but I think that's just, you know how you just. Some things are just placed upon you. Yeah. I feel like that's one of the things that's been placed upon me. I am the strong person and that's who I'm supposed to be. So if I'm going through something, I just rather not talk to anybody.
I feel like me, like you said, it's just like, basically, I'm still hurting. Like, every day is like, it's honestly no day that I'm just not, I'm complete. Exactly. It's like, and I used to think people when they say that, just, don't. Like, but now I see it. Every little thing is her. It reminds me of her. And it's just like, I can't be happy. But at the same time, it's like, of course nobody wants to hurt, but I feel like if I don't hurt, then what am I supposed to do? I can't be happy she's going. I can't be, it's not saying I can't be happy.
You know what's so
it's
funny?
Like,
I feel like that sometimes.
It's like guilt.
Yeah, like.
Sometimes when I feel like I haven't, it might be like 2 months and I feel like I haven't had like a real cry and I'm just like, well, why? Why haven't you? Why are you going 2 months and not thinking about it?
Right.
Which I know that's not true because I think about her all the time. Her pictures all over my house, all over my room, in my car, on my phone. You guys have anything you guys want to say?
Yeah. Well, mine is like basically like
Me.
Yeah, like when you said like everything you do like reminds you of her, like this chicken too dry, it's not like my mom's. Like
I wonder if she want me to do this and like I'm trying to do like right stuff like so I can make her happy even though she's not here.
And like I forgot which one of y'all said it, but little stuff just get me mad. Like when people at school be like, oh, your mom died? Oh my God. Yeah, she died. Like I told you this 3 months ago. Like, and she was like, I'm sorry for loss. I'm like, you late. Like, it just get me mad. And then,
be mad at people for saying sorry for your loss.
I know, but it just get me mad
yeah,
because, and then I'd be mad at the whole world, get sorry with the teacher, and then, like, it's just, and my whole day is hurt. Then I gotta come home to this and then that, and then.
Can I ask you a question? Now, y'all may not know, but me and her live together, and the rest of them, they got their own little families. But why don't you, like, that's what I be trying to get out of you, like,
why don't you talk to her?
Yeah, like, I'm here for you. I'm honestly telling you, I'm only here for you.
But I have a question. Do you talk to her?
No.
If you're not showing her the communication, then why would she give it to you?
My thing is, when I talk to her, it's like, I don't want to get her upset. That night, your sisters. I know,
but it's not about being upset. She cannot, it is not healthy for her not to grieve.
I know.
Especially if it's young.
Right.
And I feel it's like
by the time she's your age and she's held all that in, it's not gonna be a good look.
I know.
So you saying I don't want to see you upset?
It's not that.
You can't. But the thing is, whether she's showing it on the outside or not, her inside is still upset. You're not stopping her from being upset.
No.
She just said that I hurt all the time. She said I hurt all the time, and then when I hurt all day, she said I have a messed up day. I'm mean to the teacher, and then I come home and deal with these. So that means she's still hurting inside, whether she's crying or not, and you just trying to come. It's not doing anything for her.
No.
So you gotta start these conversations, cause you're her older sister. So many conversations, we've had deep conversations in the last 2 years. You didn't start those conversations. I started those conversations. And then you had a lot to say once I brought up the conversations we would have never had if I didn't bring them up. Even if it's a conversation that I had with you. You could turn around and have the same conversation with her like it was your conversation. I don't care. I will never know. What you want to say, daughter?
Yes, because you're red.
Like crying about everybody else's story. You ain't said nothing.
Right.
Little mute. Get your sister.
You're all clear. And
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I just miss Mimo.
Right.
Gabe said that the other day.
I just miss her, like, taking it up for me and telling me not to do this and telling me to do that. If I had problems at school with girls, she'll tell me just, like, to avoid it and leave it alone because they're not worth it. It's no point. But they don't gotta let nobody to tell me that. I'm really have like that guy the boy that I'm getting me. He was kind of my best friend because nobody really liked me. And
Who
don't like you? I'm talking about when I used to when I used to be in my house. I didn't really have nobody but Jay.
Right.
And then when she's mad at me, I used to be mad at her. I didn't have nobody but me, Mom.
I have a question. I feel bad because I don't think I don't comfort my children. Not even comfort them. I don't even know if my children are hurting. Because to be honest, I don't think I can deal with it. So my question to you is, what do you need from me regarding this situation? Like for the most part, besides Sunday because I really couldn't control it, but for the most part when I'm having bad moments, I hide. I cry in my car, I won't come home, or I go in my room, I cry while I'm in the shower. Because they seem like they get scared. Or I don't know if it's scared, but that's what it looks like on their faces to me.
Yeah,
when they see me upset, they just be like,
we don't get scared. It's just that like, when Kamar do something, I try to force him to talk to me. Basically, he's saying like we not scared. It's just that we don't like seeing you like that.
well, yeah. So
we
it
want
makes
to see
me.
you happy. We don't want to see you sad and crying all the time.
So I don't know. You know, I don't know if you just like if you want to talk about it more. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like what do you need? Or maybe I'm so into what I feel. Like I said, I don't ask them how they feel. The other one, right? The other one won't talk to me or to anybody. He won't go to the cemetery. You know, he won't do anything. Me and her had conversations. You know, memories, different things like that. She did go to the cemetery with us the one day, and I felt really bad because she asked me to go on Sunday, but I was so fucked up I couldn't get out of bed. Oh. I think this was a great talk. I think we learned a lot of things.
Yeah.
This was great for us, which was why we started it in the first place. It was more of a therapeutic thing. It was mommy's birthday. Let's not be, let's be emotional. Let's talk, whatever.
Maybe next time we get the boys in here.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna work out. They don't talk. They're all mutes, all three of them. It was great. I think all of us hope that when we put out the videos that anybody going through this or have gone through it, maybe, even if it's not necessarily helpful, like comforting, that just like for us, I feel like today it was more so, wow, I feel that way too. To know that you're not crazy.
You're not going through this alone,
right.
Honestly.
I'm sure, so, hopefully it helps someone or touches someone's heart.
I feel better. I feel cleansed. Remember I said this is a cleanse. We go in. We gotta say happy birthday to Mama.
We just like special song.
What's the special song?
Oh gosh.
What's this?
Hold my hand.
Set.
Not this Reggie song.
Oh
I'm not holding it.
my
God. Edit this out. Edit. I thought y'all was going to sing Superwoman.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Oh my God. 49 and 5. Oh, you be like a little hashtag 49 and 5. To all the cameras.
And Vogue. I need that.
All right.
That was great.
Tell the kids I said hi. Love you. Mwah. Bye.